So I pretty much made my prediction in the last video. I thought that as the campaign goes on, it might be a slow grind, but eventually teams will begin to lose one member, which will pull down ultimately the other member. That's when I think we're going to see a lot of the snowball begin to happen, especially in Western Europe. I mean, if you think about it, this has got to be one of the more realistic maps that we've seen around this time period. We're almost in the 13th century, and Europe is still very broken apart. Now, I mean, my knowledge of European political geography is pretty much limited to Crusader Kings 2, and I'm not even that. I don't even know that game very well, but I know the map is, usually very border gory like it is in this case here too. So I think we might see a very, I don't know, I'm really hoping so, and I think it's likely. I think we'll see kind of a very somewhat accurate way that's the kind of the countries end up consolidating by the end of the campaign. I don't know if it's going to continue to remain on pace with the dates. More than likely not. But still, I think if we go long enough, which, again, I don't know. I don't necessarily have an end date to this campaign. I'm hoping 550, which is usually an average. 550 to 600 is usually how long we go. Here are the Bulgarians also settling. Wait, where'd the Bohemian settlers go? Lots of colonization that I've been noticing over the break where, there's a lot of different civs traveling the seas just to find an extra spot. Here's Bohemia. But yeah, I think that we will start to see Europe go closer and closer to just becoming a few great powers. Yeah, so there's this Bulgarian settler, there's this Bohemian settler. I did see France moving up towards the North Sea. I have no idea where they're going for that one. They had been doing a pretty good job. We just talked about this. I mean, they could probably settle there. But I guess that is not on their agenda. I don't even know if I want to read what this spy notification is telling me. Alexander is secretly plotting against the Babylonians, as well as we will probably see the fall of the Assyrians here. It looks like Armenia will be the one to grab it because they have been doing most of the damage. And Armenia might be a pretty big power, to be honest. Armenia is looking good. But if they lose their friend, the Netherlands, then I don't know. Although the Netherlands did pick up Brussels in the last video, which is a pretty significant victory for them. A few wars have just popped up. Okay, so that is really big. That is pretty big because now we are seeing Greece and the Goths work together against Byzantium. This is a crucial city because not only does it have 14 population, not only does Byzantium have only one city, their capital, but also this is a canal city, ultimately leading to any, sort of movement between the Black Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean. That's why I always like to do the map like this. I've been doing that. I like to modify the map so that I force AIs to have canal cities because it just makes it more fun. It makes the game go for, I don't know, it's more interesting. Certain civs have a little bit more strength in their location, which is like natural to, the real world scenario. Because of your location, you get some natural bonuses sometimes. So that's why I like to do that with Constantinople. Did the same thing with Denmark here. Feel like Denmark should kind of control the pass, but I don't know if I can see the argument either way because I know that, Denmark, Copenhagen's like on a bunch of islands, but I still see it as Denmark tends to control who moves through that region. But I don't know. There might be a lot of Swedish fans that might not agree with that. So I'd have to look more deeper into that. But anyways, so wait a second. No, I knew about that. Never mind. I don't know why I forgot about that. I was like, Berlin. I got confused. I was like, Germany. Wait, what? No. So let's keep in mind that Byzantium is under attack, and it's a very, very crucial city to have. We will also see... that will probably be it. Actually, it'll just be the Greeks and the Goths. The other war didn't really matter that they had declared. The other team. Wait, what are you doing, Armenia? Did you back off? Did you peace out? You didn't peace out, did you? Well, we'll find out right now because you're processing. Oh, you did, didn't you? Yes. I think you did. So I guess you grabbed your city, and that is it. It would be a much better scenario if Assyria survives this, for Milan at least. I mean, at least you have still that team member. And I want to make a mention. I still have a pretty big disagreement. I think I just get just as many people arguing that there is a technology disadvantage when you lose a team member to the amount of people that say, no, you get the science back. Like I guess the requirement for each technology changes to the point where only a single civ needs enough to discover things. You know what I mean? It's not like researching is going to take twice as much time without a team member. I don't know. It seems like it's a really big divide. I have no idea still, because there's a lot of people. Actually, it's pretty funny. There's actually a lot of passionate people that really believe they're right on both sides. I don't know still. It doesn't really matter. We're going to find out either way. I could probably find out right now, but I don't want to check on the Infoetics until turn 200, which will probably be in the next video, maybe the video after that. A few peace deals, so Carthage is going to survive for a little bit longer. Poland, Prussia back at war. Byzantium decided that they wanted to go to war, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Bohemia might also, if they get... Bohemia might do some damage, actually. I could see Bohemia doing some damage to Poland, because Poland is mainly preoccupied with kind of protecting Warsaw. And then we've got Denmark and Scotland, which actually could also lead to some interesting city sieges here. Globe Theater being constructed by Novgorod. Okay. Or wait, was that Novgorod? I don't know. I don't know. Geez, I don't even know why I'm using the spies. Every single time I say, like, why am I using the spies? Okay, so Gothic settler having open borders through Lithuanian territory, maybe going towards the north of Scandinavia. Boom. Looks like France is going to settle the tip of Norway here, which is interesting. It's going to cause for definitely some more aggression. Morocco doing okay. I do want to keep an eye on Byzantium and Poland, Prussia. Those are the two big sites that we need to watch out for. Assyria, I think, will survive. I think everyone pieced out with Assyria, actually, so they're going to be okay for now. I don't think anyone really wants to be the civ to eliminate another leader. Obviously, if you're watching my Arabian campaign, you know, the whole world just hated me after taking over one city. So there's still some pretty significant penalties you have to face. I mean, it lessens as time goes by. I did take out Babylon in that campaign very early, so I guess that kind of explains it. It is turn 184, so it'd be a little bit less of a significant impact if they were to completely wipe out another civ. So here goes Greece. Thing is, though, Theodora still has troops to protect herself. She has her unique boats. Greece will not be able to just walk in, if that's what they're thinking. This would not be a walk in the park. And then the Goths aren't really contributing much. It's gonna be really tough to take Constantinople no matter what, actually, because you're gonna need kind of I think a good balance between naval units and land units because of the way Constantinople is placed here. So that will be tough either way. I don't think they're gonna take it over, actually. Here comes Denmark, and Bohemia is moving as well. Looks like actually Bohemia is moving through Danish territory. I don't know why. Prussia really has nothing much to help with. Don't think Prussia's going to be able to really help out much in this war. I don't know what they're going to do about this. Oh, France didn't settle there. So they're going to go, I think, north of Scotland and Scotland's colony. Oh, yes, this area got settled as well. So Bulgaria has a new city, as well as we see the Hittites traveled north of Armenia. Now, what about Bohemia? Where did Bohemia go? They were here in Greek territory. Maybe they were destroyed. They're at war. They could have been captured. But I'm probably just blind. You guys probably see it, and I don't see it. But we'll see it pop up more than likely very soon. Surprised that Arabia and Egypt haven't gotten at it. Usually that's one of the first wars to pop up. We'll see who survives that. Obviously, Egypt looks like it's kind of the dominant power. But although, you know, Egypt doesn't really have much in terms of naval units inside of the Red Sea. So maybe they won't be as lucky as they look. Even though they have all this score, I don't know if they would, to be honest. Okay, assigned delegates, don't care. Just get out of here. How's Poland and Prussia doing? This is the big war. So Prussia is helping out. They're bringing 2 composite bowmen over here. Lithuania might join in, which is kind of a common thing. Oh! So yeah, this city seems like it will more than likely fall. There's at least one more embarked warrior unit, and they're attacking with the trebuchet, which is going to do a lot of damage to a city that only has 21 combat strength. A little bit of little conflict battles, exchanges going on here. Bohemia actually moving away. Why are you doing that, Bohemia? Why are you moving away from the battlefront? I don't know. Okay, more wars have popped up for Assyria. This time the Hittites and the Austro-Hungarian Empire, I believe. I'm just gonna call them that because that is kind of like their historical name. Is it Hungarian Austrian? It's Austrian Hungary. Yeah, I think Austrian Hungary, something like that. We'll just continue to embargo city-states until someone else gets the votes. So I think the Hittites can... No, unless they have open borders, I don't think the Hittites are going to be able to do this. They won't be the ones to destroy them. So the Huns have peaced out with Austria and Hungary. Yeah, that really is... The Hittites are the only ones that matter going back at war with Assyria. The Sumer, or maybe Babylon, would have a chance. Because I don't think Armenia... is willing to go to war anytime soon. I doubt it. I don't think so. Oh, you know what? Part of the reason might be Bohemia might be moving to the north because there might be an enemy. Because I know there's a second war that popped up. It's not just Greece and the Goths at war with Theodora. There was somebody else, and that might be who Bohemia is going after. I see. Goths might be going for like kind of a modern-day Finland region, or maybe north of Sweden. Oh, they settled right there. There goes France. Yeah, that's going to make some people very, very mad, very upset. Just very, I don't know. The border gore is obviously really, really bad, but I still think that there's a lot of hope that this will kind of clean itself out as time goes by. Kind of confident in that, but we'll see. How's Austria Hungary doing? They're doing okay. Budapest has a settler, or Hungary has a settler inside of Budapest, so they'll probably move over closer to the Goths. I'm guessing closer to the Goths. Wow, when did the Goths start settling all this? That is relatively new in the course of the game. Greece, you're about to lose your settler. It's a very dumb move. I don't think Greece and Rome ever peaced out either. Something else that I kind of wanted to mention. Bulgaria is still kind of here, the thorn in the side. There's a lot of different routes that the Goths and the Greeks could go to kind of uniting their empires. I mean, if they do end up taking Constantinople, which I think is very unlikely, that would be a huge win. Whether it's the Goths or Alexander that take it themselves, it'd still be a huge win. The fact that the Goths have been so aggressive lately at settling, that's also a pretty big positive, although they need to really worry about Russia now. Russia and the Huns. Because I don't think the Goths are as powerful as both of these nations, so they might be next on both of their lists to be wiped out. So that will be kind of a huge mess if that does in fact happen. Here goes another Novgorodian. Is it Novgorodian? Yeah, Novgorodian. I think I am right about that. I don't know. I mean, that's what it says. I could be enunciating it wrong. It's actually no enunciating. It's pronouncing it wrong. I'm probably enunciating correctly, right? Because that's just like emphasis. Actually, no. I might be enunciating wrong as well. That's why I'm just going to put them together. I don't pronunciate right. Just making up my own words now. Okay, so more wars have popped up. This time the Netherlands back at war. Now remember, the Netherlands have a ally, pretty big ally actually, with the Armenians. Oh, goodness. Okay, so bam, that's a big one. Egypt and Greece are now at war, although I don't think much will be the cause of this war. I think the Greeks will probably be forced to peace out with Byzantium earlier than they would have wanted to. We have Theodora and Bohemia also going after the Netherlands now. So this is a pretty big city for Poland to lose, as well as the Bohemians now have kind of set their sights back on Poland. That might change now that they're at war with another civ. They might be going after William. That could be a possibility. Let's see what this spy is telling us. What do we see here? Leaning Tower of Pisa being built in Thebes. We'll see if they end up finishing that deal. Austria and Hungary can definitely, I think, maybe probably set it over the edge where Poland would probably fall here. Poland and Prussia have been holding on like by just a thread for most of this campaign, so I'm surprised that they still have made it. Even though they were my pick, I thought they'd be the most dominant. I think the thing was that Prussia never was able to get off the ground moving. Oh, a lot of Egyptian wars. Now maybe that is because of Greece. Now this is a big one. Now Portugal and the Moors are at war. I'm sorry, not because of Greece. That might be because of the Moors. A lot of people are at war with Egypt because of, I think, the weakness that the Moors pose in southern Iberia. So Portugal will be going after the Moors to the south. That will be a big deal. Spain still is yet to decide on what they're going to do. Switzerland and Morocco, that they don't really matter either. That won't kind of end up being the result of anything. I wonder why. And will Arabia decide to join in? That's the next question. Syrians still doing fine? How is Constantinople? So it looks like the Greeks had enough success to at least take over the southern coast of Constantinople. They have a few land units here, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. And I do think that the Egyptian war will distract Alexander enough where they probably won't be able to take over Constantinople. Constantinople's got 38 city defense. I mean, that's pretty good. As well as the Goths aren't contributing much. They are, I think, are more than likely very worried about the threat that the Huns pose, the threat that the Russian and their alliance Novgorod poses. Songhai and the Vandals now at war with Ramses. So people are not happy, I think, with how well Ramses is more than likely doing. He did drop to 3rd place. And I think that more than likely it's got to be the Moors that are kind of keeping them down. This is going to be very, very interesting. If Cordoba does in fact fall, how well will Egypt be able to keep up? Egypt is arguably, I think, maybe even #1 by themselves. I think they could be. It's arguable that Egypt is maybe the strongest civ in the game. Boom. Poland, Greece. The Goths might want to send something over there. Uh-oh. Poland, Russia. Novgorod could be going after Prussia. Oh, this is a lot of wars occurring. Well, I mean, like at this point, I can somewhat keep up because less time is going by, as well as like more people have more. Oh, the Huns are deciding to join in too. We'll see if Lithuania and Sweden kind of become involved, because the Baltic Sea, whoever ends up controlling the Baltic Sea, will probably take over the Prussian capital. But right now, there's no significant controller of this region. Seems like there's not very many naval units at all. How are the Netherlands doing? They're doing okay. They're surviving. England and Spain, though, who I think were a lot of people's picks, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Here's a few conflicts going on. See, I mean, clearly the Moors are pretty behind, I think, where the Portuguese have swordsmen, the Moors have warriors. Which doesn't really, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's no iron at all. I don't know if they share strategic resources. That doesn't make much sense, but they might. I don't think Ramses has any iron though. It doesn't look like it just looking at the icons from the tiles. But we'll kind of keep that in mind. If the Portuguese do enough damage to the Moors, I think it'd be safe to say that Spain would join in, and there would be a race. Now Spain has a lot to gain from grabbing Cordoba, since the Rock of Gibraltar is here, and having access to a natural wonder is going to double the yield in that natural wonder because of Spain's unique ability. But anyways, guys, looks like I'm about to stop right there. Nearing turn 200, and boom, Leaning Tower of Pisa was actually built by Novgorod, not Ramses himself. So that's a pretty big deal. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.